A brand new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles animated series announced, as well as a new Ninja Turtles video game collab. What better way to celebrate National Pizza Day than with Ninja Turtles news? Ninja Turtles news that actually came out yesterday, so I'm actually late talking about it. Forgiveness is divine, but never pay full price for late news coverage. But subscribe to it though. So Nickelodeon and Paramount Plus dropped a trailer for Tales of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. This is a brand new animated series, and it's based in the universe of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem, the most recent Ninja Turtles movie that we had. It's a really, really short trailer. I think it's only like 20, 30 seconds. So I'm just gonna play the whole thing right here. Don't copyright claim me, Nickelodeon, Paramount. I'm talking about your show. I'm trying to spread awareness. So I'm doing you a favor. Be kind, rewind.
Everyone loves us. We're superstars.
We're heroes. There's nothing we can't handle together.
I can't handle this.
We're gonna kick their metal butts. Seriously?
So like I said, pretty short, just a teaser, but it at least gets me excited for this series to be coming out, and it's coming out in the summer. It's supposed to drop on Paramount Plus, though I would not be surprised if they also eventually show this on Nickelodeon as well. I could see it being a thing where maybe they drop all the episodes on Paramount Plus, but then they air it weekly on Nickelodeon. Can you just give away 30 minutes from the SpongeBob marathon to have a turtle show, please? Let's talk about the animation in this animated series, because it really looks good. I'm actually very impressed by this because I didn't know what it was going to look like. I figured it was going to be 2D animated, but what I like about it is that even though it is 2D animated, it still has the essence, the energy of the movie. I feel like this is doing the best that it can and still capturing that style of that movie. It kind of looks like a cross between a 2D version of the movie and also some vibes of Rise of TMNT, the last animated series they had. Had a little bit of energy of that as well. But I think overall, it looks really nice. It looks like it still captures the spirit. It reminds me of that movie, but just as a TV show form. And so I think that works out pretty good. Obviously, we'll know more about the animation when we see more of the series, because this was just a teaser. But so far, I'm liking how it's looking. They released a press release, which I'm gonna read some of it here. From the universe of the Mutant Mayhem film, the all-new Paramount Plus original series explores the adventures of everyone's favorite pizza-loving heroes as they emerge from the sewers onto the streets of New York City. Leo, Raph, Donnie, and Mikey are faced with new threats and team up with old allies to survive both teenage life and villains lurking in the shadows of the Big Apple. Now, the next thing I'm going to talk about is a spoiler from Mutant Mayhem, so if you haven't seen the movie, what are you waiting for? Go see it. It's awesome. Or just skip to, I don't know, I'm not going to count. But anyway, spoiler alert. So if you watched Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem, you know that at the end of the movie, the Turtles saved the day, and they were known to the public as heroes, and they got to do what they've always wanted to do, go to school. So we got to see the Turtles in casual clothes going to school with April for the first time and befriending the humans. This is kind of a somewhat new thing in the Turtles universe, even though the Turtles have definitely interacted with humans before in past series and movies. For the most part, they're ninjas. They hide in the shadows. Many people do not know about them. So this is now an iteration of Turtles where everyone's gonna know about them, and that's gonna probably be a good thing for the Turtles because they're gonna make a lot of friends, but it's also gonna be a bad thing for them, of course, because that means that villains are gonna know who they are and come after them all the time. Now, what I thought was interesting about this trailer is that we only see the Turtles dressed in their traditional ninja gear. We don't see them in the casual clothes that they were wearing at the end of the movie. So I'm wondering if they're gonna ignore that fact, keep them as the traditional turtle outfits throughout the whole series, or if they're gonna do like a Batman thing. Are they gonna sometimes be in casual clothes, like when they're going to school, experiencing school life, teenage life, but then when it comes time to battle, they rip the clothes off, be in their ninja gear, and be ready to fight. Either way, I think I'm fine with, but I'm just curious what's gonna happen with that. I kind of feel like they're gonna probably do both the casual clothes and the ninja clothes, because that means you get two sets of toys. That means you can put out a turtle toy as a ninja and a turtle toy in regular clothes. Because I know you want my money, Playmates, or NECA, or Super 7, or the Loyal Subjects, or every single toy company that has a Ninja Turtles license. All of them have it. You're hurting me. My wallet can't take much more of this. According to this press release, they're saying they're going to team up with old allies in the series. As you know from the movie, they befriended some of the other mutants. Yeah, they're actually now friends with Rocksteady and Bebop and Leatherhead and all those guys. So I would imagine that some of those mutants are going to pop up in this series. We didn't see any in this trailer. We did see a little robot though going on. We also know that Cynthia Utrom has some tech, and I'm just saying with that name, Cynthia Utrom, I'm still feeling like she might got some Krang in her. literally, but we're gonna probably find some new villains in this series. I'm curious who they're gonna be. So when I talked about casting of the movie a while back, I had said that I thought it was interesting that a lot of the side characters, the other mutants, the villains and all that, they were all voiced by big name celebrities, but that the turtles themselves, while they were actors who have definitely been in other projects, they're not as big name as some of the other people. And my theory of that is I felt like that was going to be because they want to use these same voices for any other turtle material that they make outside of the movie. It was a pretty easy guess, but you know, sometimes you gotta give yourself flowers wherever you can give them, okay? So in the press release, they say reprising their roles from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem. The series features Micah Abbey as Donatello, Shaman Brown Jr. as Michelangelo, Nicholas Cantu as Leonardo, Brady Noon as Raphael. So the 4 voices of the Turtles in the movie are gonna be the same 4 voices of the Turtles in this series. I don't think we've ever really had that before outside of like TV movies. Usually when the Turtles go to the big screen, whether it's the old school 1990s version or the Michael Bay version, they don't use the turtle voices from the cartoon series. So I think it's really neat that we're now getting a Turtles movie and show where you're getting the same voice actors for both. That's pretty awesome. What was also cool, and I did not expect this, Io Debris, who is the voice of April O'Neil in the movie, is also gonna reprise her role as April O'Neil in the television series. That's really awesome because Isla Star is rising big time right now in television shows and movies. She is getting up there. She's awesome. And she has an amazing voice, so she brought a really nice personality to April. So I was very excited to see that she's gonna keep playing April in the television show too. That's really cool. The press release also says that additional casting will soon be announced. So I'm guessing that's for the other characters. I'm going to assume that not all of the big name stars in the movie are gonna reprise their roles in the television series. I can see a couple of them doing it, but I'm gonna imagine that some of those characters are gonna get voice actors to basically mimic their voices or make even a new version of their voices specifically for the animated series, and that's fine. Now the big question is gonna be, they had that tease of Shredder at the end of the first movie. Will we see Shredder in the series? I'm not gonna hold my breath on that. I feel like Shredder is definitely sequel material. I think you're gonna wanna show him in the movie, in the sequel. They may do some hints to him, possibly, but the vibes I'm getting just from watching this trailer is that this is gonna be one of those, if you wanna watch him, continuity type of shows. Like, I don't think it's gonna be the same as like the Marvel Disney Plus shows. I feel like this is gonna be one of those things of like, if you like the original movie, you want to see more adventures of these turtles, you can watch this series, get some fun one-off adventures. But then when the sequel comes, if you haven't watched this series or haven't kept up, I don't think you're gonna miss a whole bunch when you watch the sequel. I feel like the sequel movie is gonna be, if you saw the first one, you watch this one, you're gonna be okay. But if you want some, you know, supplemental material, some extra adventures in between, some DVD special features of the turtles, you can watch this series and have a lot of fun with it on its own. At least that's what I'm hoping it's gonna be. I don't want this to be another one of those situations where you feel like it's gotta be homework to watch a show. If you wanna watch it, you can watch it. But I know there's some people who love that first movie who aren't hardcore turtle fans. I don't want them to feel like they're gonna be lost if they go watch the sequel, because that's what made, I think, the first movie so well, is that everybody, whether you're a hardcore turtle fan or just a casual fan, or maybe it's your first time even dealing with turtles, that you were able to enjoy that movie as it was. I also wanted to point out that there's some pretty impressive people behind this. Seth Rogen's production company, who made the movie, is also making this television series, but the executive producers on this show are Chris Yost, who worked on The Mandalorian and Thor Ragnarok, also executive produced by Alan Wan, who worked on Blue Eye Samurai. I have not seen it yet, it's on my queue, but I've heard amazing things about it. And he also worked on Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the 2012 series. So you got a Ninja Turtles veteran on this show as well. That's really awesome. So this has got me hyped. It's coming out over the summer. I'm really excited to see this. Obviously, I want to see more of it. I think it'd be awesome if they released like the first episode on YouTube in its entirety. I'm sure Paramount Plus will appreciate the promotion. Paramount Plus. If it's not Disney or Warner Brothers or Universal, we got you covered. But that's not the only Ninja Turtles news. Not only did they drop this animated series information, they're like, oh yeah, we coming back to Fortnite. So not too long ago, Fortnite did a collaboration with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles where they actually put Ninja Turtles skins in the games. But now they're coming back with a whole new like event in Fortnite. They're calling it Cowabunga event. They're gonna give you the Turtles melee weapons so you actually can fight with Leo's katana blades, Donatello's bow staff, Raphael's sai, Michelangelo's nunchucks, which that's very interesting to do melee combat in a game that's usually a shooter. I mean, I don't really play Fortnite a lot. I just give them a lot of my money when they put my favorite characters in it, which is weird. And after already giving them my money for all those Ninja Turtle skins, they're gonna be like, by the way, we got a Splinter skin now, and a Shredder skin, and a Super Shredder skin. Give us more money. Give us all your V-Bucks. I'm like, come on, man. I'm too old for this game. Every time I think I'm out, they pull me back in. There's also a sewer section in the game now. That's really cool. Here's my thing. If you're already using Epic to make the Ninja Turtles in Fortnite, and they've got their weapons that they're actually able to use. If they are doing all this work to put Ninja Turtles in Fortnite, what's it gonna take Fortnite and Paramount and Nickelodeon to just pull that out of the game, create your own engine within that to make a whole new game, and then that could be a new Ninja Turtles video game that we all could play. We already had that whole Disney announcement where they're doing a whole thing where they're gonna make their own, basically their own universe in the Fortnite engine. So I'm just saying, if you're doing all this work to put Ninja Turtles in Fortnite, take that code and make a Ninja Turtles video game. Standalone 3D Ninja Turtles game, that would be awesome. People would lose their minds. 4-player co-op. I know that Last Ronin game is supposedly coming out. By the way, Last Ronin would be a really cool skin to put in Fortnite. Why am I giving Fortnite more ideas to take money from me? I don't know. Look, I know it's crazy to talk about Ninja Turtles being in Fortnite or even a new Ninja Turtles cartoon, but look, this franchise came out in 1984 with an original comic from two dudes just drawing and being silly. And here we are 40 years later, and this franchise is still strong to this very day. And I think that's just something very awesome, how it's evolved and still be a part of pop culture the way that it is. And it's just really cool to see what new iteration they come up with or what nostalgia iteration they're always able to bring back, including all those toys that I bought that I lost all my money on. They give me with the toys, they give me with the Fortnite skins, they give me with the streaming services to watch their cartoon series. Turtles, your green keeps taking my green, but thank you. Give this video a thumbs up if you love turtle power like I do. Cowabunga.